If I am generous, it doesn't automatically mean that I'm a trustworthy person. If I'm trustworthy, it doesn't automatically mean that I'm an understanding person or a team player kind of person. If I'm a team player, an understanding kind of person, it doesn't automatically mean I will be trustworthy when you most need it. Many of us, we tend to conflate and confuse certain qualities with other qualities. So this is the problem, yeah? This is the problem, guys. So most of us, this is how we fall for narcissists, psychopaths, toxic friendships and relationships, getting used by people. So many people will be very giving towards you in many different ways. Okay. What happens is that, let's say I'm very generous towards you, right? That's the main example. I'm very generous towards you. Your mind will tend to focus on that, right? They'll tend to focus on that. So it's more like a positivity bias, right? So you focus on the good things that I'm giving to you. Especially if I'm not showing any quote-unquote red flags. I don't like the term because it's all about pointing fingers at other people and not yourself. But yeah, don't forget about that. You also have problems to fix. So the main point here is, if I'm generous, your mind will kind of like fill in the gaps without... You have proof now that I'm a generous person. I'm very giving on a materialistic level. However, you don't have proof that I'm giving on a psychological level, meaning trustworthy, meaning I could keep secrets, meaning I'm trustworthy long term. And with the things that matter most to you, I am emotionally available. I'll be there for you when you most need me. And you see this, like, the mind tends to fill in these gaps without proof. What I mean is, like, you would, if I am giving in some way, let's say physically, materialistically, your mind will be like, this is a very good person. Wow, look at, like, they're giving so many things. I'm not seeing anything bad from them so far. Nothing negative, no red flags. They're just so generous. So I'm just giving you one example, right? I could be giving in a way that is like psychologically speaking, but not in the ways that you most need it at the point where you need it the most, right? But then again, we're talking here the first few weeks of developing a connection, friendship, romance, business. So if I am giving in a certain way, your mind will be like so focused on that, and it'll project other qualities that you have no proof of that I have or don't have. Because for some reason, in my experience, people tend to like overvalue positive things when they meet strangers. Okay? So that's the problem, right? So that's the problem. So, for example, I give you a real life example. I did give money to someone that I thought I could trust. And they borrowed money from me. It wasn't like a crazy big amount, but it was a big amount still. And I was helping them out with money because they had a bad situation. Okay, I thought we were friends, we were close. So now, when it came the time to give back that money, even when the person was capable of giving back the money, so that's important, right? You gotta think about it. It's not just about you. So they were very much capable of giving it back, but ghost. They just ghosted, ran away, disappeared completely as soon as I ask about my money back. Okay, that's very interesting, right? So that's the thing, right? The mind is like, I am gonna, this person needs help. This person needs my help. They are my friend. Um, if I am giving, and I know that I'm a giving, and I know that I'm an honest person to a very great extent. I try to be, at least. So, if I'm honest, trustworthy, and a giving person, and a helpful person, when I was giving that money to that person, in my mind, I was like projecting my qualities onto the other person. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't help your friends, but with this person in specific, there were red flags. There were like untrustworthiness kind of patterns that they were exhibiting from the start, okay, for months. Signs that I shouldn't be trusting that person. But at the same time, they did promise to give the money back, whatever. They were trustworthy in to some extent with other things, maybe psychological things, but not with like. It wasn't a consistent person on the aspects that are most important to a secure connection / relationship or friendship. So that's another thing that you need to keep in mind, okay? When you are exhibiting a specific quality, when you're giving, when you're expressing a specific quality, let's say you're giving so much understanding to someone. Let's say you have a friend who lied to you or a romantic partner, and you decide to forgive that very big lie, okay? You're not a liar. Now, when it comes to the time when you need forgiveness the most, they leave you. And now you're left there wondering, like, why you didn't get the same kind of treatment. The thing is that, well, there were signs from the start that you disregarded. And also, you were living in your own subconscious projection, a projective kind of delusion. What do I mean by this? What I mean is like, you're giving forgiveness to somebody over and over and over. They still effing up in many different ways, but you're still consistent with your forgiveness because you identify as a good person. As you're giving that forgiveness, you think, or maybe you're deluding yourself to believe that this person will meet you at the same level when you need it most. Okay? And maybe this person did promise you that they will also offer the same when you most need it. Problem is, with these people, when it comes to narcissists, psychopaths, disorder people, manipulators, okay, they tend to be giving to some extent. They might exhibit that quality also. They could be forgiving to some extent. However, you will notice that you're deluding yourself because you get times where you get what you need from the person. You get that forgiveness. You get that psychological forgiveness is just one quality here. It could be love or understanding or something else. You can't leave or cut this person off because you're so focused on the good in them. What's the solution here? I want to keep this video short. What's the solution? I could expand on all of this if you want. Comment down below if you want me to make another video, part 2 on this. But yeah, just to summarize before I get to the next section here. So If you are expressing a secure quality, forgiveness, understanding, love, acceptance of flaws of the other person, forgiveness of crazy big mistakes, you tend to delude yourself that the person that you're dealing with will and or should give you the exact same level of love when you most need it. This is not true. This is Alice in Wonderlands, my friend. This is not always true. Like, if I'm generous, you shouldn't judge me as trustworthy as well, or understanding, or a good person. Take your time. Wait until there is proof of trustworthiness. I could talk all day long about how big of a life coach I am, or inner work coach I am. Okay, I could talk all day about my psychology degree. Okay, I could talk all day about my trainings. Okay, my energy healing trainings, my shadow work trainings, all this stuff. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean that automatically I'm the best romantic partner for you. It doesn't automatically mean I'm trustworthy. It doesn't automatically mean you should trust every single word I say on this channel. You see? Wait until you see for yourself. So, for the hyper vigilant fellas that are watching this video, I'm not putting more fear into your mind. You shouldn't judge me as a villain. At the same time, you shouldn't judge as a saint just because I am giving on one aspect. What should you do? Don't judge. Be like, okay, he's generous. And this is like, just be like, okay, he's generous. But it doesn't mean, I have no proof that this person is trustworthy. Okay? So I gotta verify that. He's talking about how good of a person he is, but proof. Trust action, guys. Trust action. If you don't have proof, wait. Okay? Of course, you can get into a relationship with a person. Just give it a try. You can develop a friendship, but give people time. Yeah? And it's also about consistency, right? It's also about consistency. Am I honest 30% of the time? 50% of the time? Am I giving when you most need it, or I'm just giving you things that you just don't need? Like, I'm just like buying stuff for you, but the thing that you need the most is for me to stop breaking up all the time every time we have a fight, and just accept you for who you are and work on the relationship or friendship together. This is what you most need. You see, if I'm giving, it doesn't mean that I am capable or ready, or capable consciously and unconsciously to give you what you really need for us to develop together and move forward together and stay together. You see? So only trust action. Some things can be trusted based on words, but only trust action in general when it comes to having a realistic assessment of someone, of a person. All right? Now, I'm gonna finish with this. People are not perfect. I am not perfect. Okay? If you're watching this video, let me tell you, I'm not perfect. I still got so many things to work on. Okay? Of course, I'm coaching and healing people for the things that I already fixed. Okay? So, I can't help you with the things that I know I can't help you with, and I still didn't fix for myself, for example. For example, I don't coach couples. Right? I don't coach couples. I can get you girls. I can get you a girlfriend. We could fix your anxiety. We could fix your public speaking problems. We could fix all this stuff. But I'm not a relationship coach, for example. I'm not good with couples. I've never coached couples. I'm more like a mindset person. And yeah, emotional triggers, feeling not good enough or whatever it is that you're struggling with. I'm an inner work coach, but I know that I can help couples. It's not my thing. I don't want to get into that. And at the same time, it's not my specialty. All right? So, so getting back to the point, guys. Nobody's perfect. I want to finish with this. No one is perfect. I will continue to make mistakes until the day I die. You will continue to make mistakes until the day you die. We're going to improve, of course. We're going to get better, 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 better. But what I've realized is your past is always going to bring you back one or two steps back every time you want to like move forward. You will fix so many things if you're very dedicated, right, to healing. But we will always continue to make mistakes as human beings, consciously or unconsciously. Okay, and it's not even mistakes at this point. You gotta see it as just the spice of life. It's always learning about yourself and others in the world. Otherwise, it's just boring, man. If you're just perfect, it's boring, right? What is better than just having something to work on? Wake up and just work on something, fix something, do something, improve, right? Okay, so you could get it wrong, and I got it wrong in a few of my past relationships and friendships. When I hear something like this, nobody's perfect, just accept your partner for who they are. Yes, but there are deal breakers when it comes to friendships, relationships of all kinds, business partnerships. For example, we can support each other. We both have flaws, but there are some qualities that need to be there. For example, understanding. If I can't talk to you about your flaws, if I can't talk to you, if you're always deflecting, gaslighting, provided I have been trying to talk to you, maybe you have some kind of blindness about your patterns. We all do. If you point the finger at me, I'm going to be like, no, I don't have this problem. I admit it. We all have that reflex. I don't think I have this problem, especially if I'm angry, if it's a heated argument. I'm going to be defensive, But if you come and talk to me like when I'm calm, when we're both calm, hey, can you please like think about this? I'd be so happy to improve for you, I'd be so happy to improve because I care about the relationship, right? Who wants to be alone at the end of the day? So, the ability to apologize and the ability to pause and reflect and be like, okay, you're telling me that I have something to fix. I will think about it. Watch my previous video when it comes to this, guys. I don't know where my English went. Watch the previous video. I talk about how to know whether you're right or wrong. And when someone says you have a flaw that you need to fix, how do you know if they're gaslighting or they're actually telling the truth? And you need to dive deeper into yourself. So please check the last video. It's one of the most important videos you could watch, like literally. So there's that. I'm not going to get into details of that. Now, some qualities are very important. You could have all kinds of problems, but if I can't talk to you, if we can't sit down and have a conversation about your flaws, provided not like I try to talk to you once, and because I have some kind of avoidant or narcissistic kind of personality disorder or avoidant attachment style, I tried asking for my needs once, and they were angry and they rejected me, and that's why I just left the relationship. No, that's stupid. Give time, ask for your needs consistently. Many times the other person cannot see what they're doing. Seek out therapy together. Change the way you approach the person. Okay? Don't explode on them. Really be nice to them. Talk to them in a nice way. Give time. Give a couple of weeks or even months, especially if it's romantic relationship. Try. Okay? Go to therapy together. And only then, if the person doesn't want to fix, then that's very important, right? Then you leave. So there are some qualities that are important. We all have flaws. The most important is to accept the other person where they're at. Always remember that when you meet someone, don't expect them to change very quickly. This is insane, man. I didn't change very quickly. I still have things haunting me from my past till this day. Okay, I'm 29 now. I did so much healing in the past 9 years, 10 years on myself. But I still got some triggers coming up here and there. Okay? And very big triggers in the aspects of life that I still didn't work on. Because, I'm prioritizing other things now. But yeah, I'll get to that at some point. So always remember that. That would be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to expand, like for me to expand on some of the things that I talked about, just comment down below. I'll make a video. And comment down below, what do you think of what I just said here? Did you have this kind of experiences? What kind of experiences you had? What do you think of what I'm saying here? So yeah, just to summarize the main point, trust action more than words. And if you don't have proof that, for example, I'm a trustworthy person, just wait until I show you that I'm trustworthy. Make sure it's consistent. It's not like, today I'm sad, I want to break up with you, and whether you did something wrong or not. And tomorrow I am happy, or because you took me out on a date or you gave me a gift or whatever, I'm trustworthy and I'm there for you, or I'm consistent, or I'm forgiving. But if I'm angry, I'm out the door, you see. So this is just one example, right? Make sure, so if you want to have really good relationships, romantic and friendship and whatever, make sure the qualities that you need from the person are consistently being expressed. It's not like 80% toxic, dysfunctional, and 30% consistent with what you need. No. It's not going to work. If you want to be happy, and if you want to have very strong romantic and platonic and business long-term relationships that last a very long time, that are mutually beneficial, and you don't want more trauma in your life, make sure the qualities that you need from the person are consistent. At the same time, make sure that what you're asking for is secure. This is why you need to watch my previous video. That talks about how to know whether your needs and values are secure or dysfunctional. Because some people are asking for, like, if I can't text, like for this one last example here, if I can't text you every 5 minutes, you don't respond, well, I get angry, and this is my value. I value a relationship where I need to reach you every 5 minutes, even inside the shower. Otherwise, you're cheating. So go watch my previous video, right? That's very, very important. You have to make sure that you are not the dysfunctional one. This is very important. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Comment, it helps out a lot. If you give this video a like, more people will be reached and the journey will grow, okay? So check the description for one-on-one coaching if you need help. What else? Yeah, for now I'm offering free consultation, so you could talk to me on a free consultation and we could talk about your issues. I'll give you advice about whatever it is that you're struggling with right now in life, okay? In terms of your situation and blockages. What else? Yeah, I'm trying to grow on TikTok and Instagram right now. So it would help out a lot And it would help you also to go and subscribe there, because I will be posting consistently. I have a plan on posting consistently original content, right? So things that I'm not talking about on YouTube, they will be posted there. Some very big ideas. So go check TikTok and Instagram in the description below. And thank you guys for watching.